There was a day, turned out it was a Mother's Day, where our base was very nearly overrun by a battalion of North Vietnamese Army regulars who were coming down the beach. They ran onto the Army base immediately next door to us. They were throwing satchel charges into bunkers, killing people indiscriminately. It was our Spooky gunships, and Spooky was a C-47 cargo plane, World War II vintage, outfitted with 3 miniguns on the port side, that's the left side, and then the pilot would have what was known as an aiming reticle in the left window, right next to where he sat, and he would align that aiming reticle using the light from the magnesium flares that they dropped, and he could, firing his minigun, see the red tracers. Every fifth round was a tracer, and he could see where they were hitting. Spooky had 3 of those miniguns. Each one could fire 3,000 or 6,000 rounds a minute, putting out tremendous amounts of firepower. And of course, they carried a great deal of ammunition. Spooky saved our bacon. Well, everybody was pretty upset by that. It seemed as if we were going into a new phase of the war. A few days afterwards, my best friend in country and I were running on the beach, something which we did 3 or 4 times every week in combination with lifting weights at a hut that we had down by the beach. And we were running, and it was very clear when the first round impacted that a sniper had targeted us and landed within 8 to 10 feet of where we were. Nothing was said. Nothing needed to be said. We just looked at one another and took off, much like the Roadrunner in the cartoons. We went back to our hooch, put on our bulletproof vests, our carbon helmets, and made sure that we had ammunition for our weapons all before we went to work. Ultimately, our entire contingent of tower controllers, radar people, and radio techs, all of whom lived in a separate and distinct part of the base, we all gathered with our weapons on top of the bunker and just waited through the night to see what happened.